Now, here's an example from the very same site of a feed that hasn't provided that data. So in this case, we've been able to see that there isn't an image on the feed and insert our own no image available image. However, if you look down here, here's a merchant that instead of putting no image in the feed, has put a white image in the feed, which is a particularly annoying thing because we can't tell that there's not an image there, well, because there is an image there, and so we'll show a blank space where we could have served a no image available thing. Other little things of annoyance there is occasionally a merchant will do their own no image available slide. And if you've got 6 merchants on the same site, all with their own little no image available slide, then it looks a mess and they don't sit together very nicely. So on the right here, this isn't so bad, but we've got a merchant here who's decided, merchant who's decided to plaster the logo of the brand of that mattress all over the image. Again, this is a consistency annoyance because we have already thought that we're going to include the brand logo there, so you've actually got it twice. And not only that, but they've actually also stretched the brand merchant logo that they're promoting. So you've got inconsistencies in the brand message, you've got an unattractive end result because it doesn't look good, basically. And so all that results in a page that looks like this, and I think we'll all agree that no one's going to buy anything from that page. So no click-through, no chance of a sale for the merchant, short or incomplete description leaves the page looking really bleak and ends up looking really, really ugly. So, okay, on to a slightly different sector here. Also a feed-driven site, also using a lot of different recyclers. This is actually powered by a Webgains feed, which actually helps us in a big way because it aggregates most of those merchants together already for us, which is excellent because it means they're all standardized, all the data is presented in the same way. So this site effectively looks at how much money you can get for your mobile phone, and it quizzes 20 online recyclers and lets you know. So here's the user journey. Someone's typed in the beginning of their phone name up here. So you've got Nokia at 9, and the results are showing down here. And you've got 20, 18, 19. So this is what it should look like. You've got the products listed once. You've got between 18 and 20 of the recyclers on the site actually showing the price. And that results in a really nice comparison page where you've got the best deal at the top and you've got all the merchants listed. Now, it's all fine and works great when the get data is good, but if we look again at how the data might not be good, we've got one phone here which has been it's been labelled in about, I don't know, 6 or 7 different ways. So you can look at the common, the misspelling up here. I think it's supposed to be the Art Sapphire, and it's the Arty Sapphire. And effectively, you can see in that list there that there's four ones, and I haven't even scrolled down there, 4 different ways of describing that phone in its product name. Now, this is something I understand it's never going to be absolutely 100% consistent across all the merchants that we're trying to aggregate, but you've got to understand that the work the affiliates end to correct all that data. So in this case, we can run certain checks on the phone model number and part of the name, combine those together. But when the name has been completely misspelled, it becomes quite difficult, quite arduous for the affiliate. And if it's not a high volume product or a popular product, it's likely to get ignored. And the result of that is a single page for that product, which you think might be quite good, but actually, if you're looking to compare the price or looking for the best price, you don't want to end up on a page where there's only one product, and especially if it's it's a merchant that hasn't been reviewed. So I think the key here is to look at how the people in your space, in your sector, are labelling products, and to try and label them in a similar way, or at least run a spell check on your products, because you don't want to promote products on your feeds that are incorrectly labelled, because the affiliate will unlikely have the time or the will to correct that for themselves. Okay, so this is another example. This is a map mashup site which effectively plots hotels on a map of London, along with attractions and things you might want to do whilst you're visiting those hotels. So it works in two paths. It's like which area you want to stay in. It will show you things you can do in the area, but more importantly, it can work the other way around. So if you're looking for a hotel near to the British Museum or near to a particular art gallery, it will have a dedicated page for that attraction, and then show you all the hotels around that. So this site is aggregating more than one hotel feed, and it's also using a feed which we've built ourselves of the attractions and the things you can do in London. And we're also looking to integrate various other feeds into it in the near future. So potential pitfalls, I don't know if you can actually spot them from just looking there. Probably not, because it's quite small. But incorrect pricing. If it's way out, the customer won't click through at all. If it isn't way out, but they click through and find a different price, the trust in the site goes out the window. Suddenly they don't feel like they want to use the site because it hasn't given the correct information. And it's very unlikely, even if the price is cheaper, that you're going to generate a sale for that. So I think pricing is with travel especially is the most important thing. Inaccurate longitude latitudes. Now, not everyone has these on their feeds. It's something that's being brought in more and more. Obviously, it doesn't really affect retail, but if you're in the entertainment space, if you're in the travel sector, especially with something like hotels, it's really important for a lot of the ways that affiliates want to use these feeds that you actually have the geolocation of the hotel. Now, a lot of merchants think that postcodes are the answer to that. They're not. A postcode can give us a longitude, latitude up to about 2 blocks out. So if you're wanting to give directions on your site or tell someone how to get to or from somewhere, being 2 blocks out isn't really accurate enough. It also means that we might plot your hotel in the middle of a road on top of a department store, places where it clearly isn't. And also, if we're generating something like a street view from that long lat, like you see here, it could put it 2 blocks out, so that the user's looking around a car park thinking this is where the hotel is, and it's clearly not going to make a booking through that. So, and then this is probably my biggest bugbear is completely capitalised descriptions. It's just impossible to correct. You can't. There's no bit of software you can run it through because it doesn't understand the names of places, the names of people, or things. So you either have it all lowercase or all uppercase. Looks rubbish, and it reflects negatively on the product, and also so really hard to read. So affiliates won't correct that. It will go on their sites, and effectively it will make your product look a lot worse. And it's something really that shouldn't happen. It's just laziness, really. And why should you bother? I mean, well, good quality feeds allow affiliates to really, use to promote your products in lots and lots of different ways. And where it works well, where there's a good partnership, you can really get much more sales and sort of help affiliates win awards with your sites. So.